All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into part two, the fade. So at this point right here, you've had some good sleep. The do-rag has definitely done its job by getting your braids intact, but also laying the hair down on the sides. So let's go ahead and take this do-rag off. We're gonna go ahead and take the comb, and as you see, we're gonna comb the hair down, right? You wanna go ahead and comb the hair in the direction that you normally brush your hair, and this is very important. Now, as you know, these are the tools that we talked about in part one, but like I told you guys then, the brushing is going to be very important to the fading process, and you're going to see us use the brushes quite a few times in this vid. Now, you want to make sure that you have some clippers, because that's the most important thing, right? You need clippers with a lever, you need guards, and you're going to need a detail trimmer. Now, I typically use the Andis Styliner 2 as my detail trimmer. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into these wall clippers right here. I'm gonna try to find a link for them because it said it was unavailable on Amazon. But with these, we're gonna use the 1/2 inch guard. This is typically your #1 guard. Now with that, we're gonna put it on the back of the clippers like so. And this is your lever that I'm moving right here. So to fully close it, you push it up. To fully open it, you're gonna push it back. So we're gonna start out with the lever fully open, and we're gonna just cut down following the pattern or the grain of the hair. I do this to get some of the frizz and the flyaways out of the way. All right, so as I'm cutting the frizz, this is typically the time where I'm strategizing where I want my dark, my medium, and my lightest layer to be. Now me, I always go medium first. So we're gonna keep the same 1/2 inch guard, and we're gonna pull the lever up midway, having it half closed. Now right here, instead of following the grain, we're gonna go up against the hair, cutting up. Now you don't wanna cut all the way up though, okay? Because you wanna leave a dark layer for you to fade into. Now, as we're cutting up, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get ready to take the brush. And as you're doing this, you wanna brush your hair back down just so that you can get an idea of where your line really is. And you can gauge on if you need to cut more hair or if it's just time to stop. So as you see, I'm gonna be doing this quite a few times throughout this process. Now we're gonna go ahead and change guards and go to our blending guard. This is a 0 in some sets. Some sets, this is a second #2 guard. This is gonna be one of your lowest guards. And you're gonna use this to create your light layer. And like I said, it's the same process. You're gonna go up against the hair. Now, as you see, I have my 3 layers. I got my dark, my medium, and my lightest down here at the bottom. Now, what I'm doing right now is taking the blending guard, which is your lowest guard, and you want to take that, go at an angle up against that hard line between your lightest and your medium layer. want to take out that line. Basically, you want to blend it. You want to get some of the extra hair out of the way, right? So this is when I changed the lever setting, right? I did this with the lever half closed, so I'm gonna blend it with the lever fully open. This is so I don't take out as much hair, but enough hair to blend the difference between both of these lines. And at this point, you want to go ahead and change your guard and do the same thing. Like I said, I opened up the lever a little bit to blend the light and the medium layer. You want to keep that lever slightly open and go ahead and attack that dark hard line. Now we have the lever more open than we did initially because, like I said, we don't want to cut as much hair. We just need to blend it enough just to get this hard line out. So a lot of the blending process is gonna be all in the wrist, man. As you see, I keep taking the clippers at an angle, attacking this line, and you wanna just take your wrist and just flick it through the hair real lightly. I don't know how else to describe it to you, man, but that's just pretty much just what I do. Flick it through, go ahead and attack that and get that extra hair out of the way. But now we're about to get into my favorite part, which is the lineup. So right here, we're gonna take our Murray's edge control and we're gonna lightly put that along the tape line. Now you don't wanna use a tremendous amount, just enough to get the hair to lay down, okay? So after we put this on the edge, we're gonna go ahead and get our brush and we're actually gonna brush the hair down. You wanna brush the hair, get it as flat as you possibly can, okay? As flat as you can without sticking it to your scalp, of course. Now we're gonna be using the Andy Styliner 2s. You can get these from multiple places. They typically hold the same cost. Now these clippers are very sharp, so you wanna be conscious of how hard you're pressing down. Now you wanna start your tape line in the center. And what you wanna do is you wanna go from the center and you wanna move the clippers to the weakest side of your tape line. Now the weakest side is where your hair is pretty much the thinnest. Now once you get this side lined up with your middle, it's gonna be so much more easier to get that other side even. Now this is something that I don't really use that much anymore, but I used it a lot as a beginner, and that's the Andy's Cut Buddy. Now this right here has a lot of flat edges to help you with the boxing. It has the curve to help you with the curve on the side of your tape line going to your sideburns, and the handy comb that you can use to comb the hair down to make sure that you're keeping all of the hair in its right place. So I typically use the comb in the corner, comb it down, and use the flat edge and use that to help me create the box. Now this right here basically sets your outline. Now as you see a couple of times, I'm taking my other hand, pulling my skin tight. Now this right here is really gonna help you get a good crisp line, but not only that, it'll also prevent you from cutting yourself. Like I told you earlier, these are some very sharp clippers. It's very easy to cut yourself, and even though I've been using these for a long time, I mean, I still have a tendency to cut the back of my ear sometimes. So you definitely wanna be careful with that. You wanna make sure that the skin is pulled tight to go ahead and get you that tight, crisp line. And as you see, I'm still gonna use this cut buddy. We're gonna follow this curve on this thing, follow that curve along the sideburns. And like I said, this right here just helps you create the outline. And once you get that outline set, just take that clipper and just clean it up. Yeah, man, like I said, that cut buddy is going to give you a great outline to follow, man. And I use these same clippers along my face, too, to clean up the mustache and the other facial hair, since I have a beard that's acting like it's trying to grow in. We'll get to that on another day, man. But, yeah, I'm just going to clean the face up, go ahead and get cute. Now, I do smile a little bit when I'm doing this process just to make sure I don't have any extra hairs hanging over the lip, because that's definitely not cute boy behavior. So, while I was recording the tape line part of the video, I didn't have the camera recording at all. Like, I didn't notice it. Like, I was too busy trying to look in the mirror, make sure that I didn't mess up my head. And I didn't even notice that, like, as I was like going over the tutorial of how to cut this line and everything, that I did not have the camera running. But anyway, so as a little way to make up for that, I'm gonna give y'all a little bonus treat. We're gonna go over dermaplaning. But that's something that you're gonna have to catch on the next episode. Be sure to like and be sure to subscribe, man. I got a lot of content coming to you.